Hello everyone, welcome to our Talking to the Moon series. Now, even if it is designed for a specific date, this is also a general reading, even if it's already beyond the date that is assigned for today, which is May 12, 2023. Even if it's no longer May 12, 2023, if you find yourself watching this video, there must be a message reserved for you from the universe. Now, today as we enter May 12, 2023, we are entering the last quarter moon in Aquarius. And according to the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards, the message or the main energy that we have at this time as we enter the last quarter moon in Aquarius is reflect on your priorities. Okay, so somehow the last quarter of the moon cycle symbolizes that we are nearing the end of a certain chapter in our life cycle. Okay, in our life, as the cycle is about to finish, it's already in the last quarter, we are also about to finish a certain chapter in our life. Now, it is important for us to take a pause at this time in order to reflect how things have already unfolded, because we're about to finish it. So it's good to take a pause to try to see, have we already attained the goals that we have set for us for this chapter in our life? Are we already about to finish what we have set ourselves to finish during this cycle? So it's time for us to take a pause. At the same time, it's good also for us to take a pause in order to declutter ourselves or to cleanse ourselves, because it's like also when we use the computer after a certain period of time, we need to defragment it, we need to clean it of some trashes that had been accumulated in the computer. So it's like maintenance. At the same time for us, it's like that also. As we are about to finish this cycle of the moon, we try to review our lives and try to see what are the things that have accumulated which we no longer need, that we need to let go. So this is also a very good time to stop, reflect on the things that we do not need anymore, and to declutter them. So reflecting on our priorities is trying to retain what is really very vital, or maybe what are the true goals that we have set ourselves to accomplish, and also to remove those things that are really just clutter and null and are not helping us in the attainment of the goal that we have set ourselves to accomplish. At the same time, we try to refocus our priorities, because along the way, as we go through the cycle, sometimes we could be distracted and there will be new things that would be introduced to us, and it's time for us to check if we are still focused on the goal that we have set ourselves to do so that at the end of the cycle we will really attain what we have challenged ourselves to attain. Now, when you look at it, the person is carrying a water container, I think, here in the picture, and she is able to attain a certain balance. So when you take a pause right now and reflect on your priorities, you are somehow indirectly also regaining balance. Now you can see here the cycle, so one side of the moon is bright, the other side is dark. So in a certain sense, there are still parts of the end of the cycle that are still in the mystery. So there's still certain things that you are still going to face yourself, some things that you still are not yet aware of. But the important thing right now is to take a pause in order to refocus ourselves to our goal, so that we can finally achieve everything at the end of the moon cycle, or at the same time that we can be realistic if we discover that we need more time to accomplish what we have set ourselves to do so. So this is also a time for us to take a pause and to ground ourselves to the reality, whether it's possible for us to finish everything at the end of the cycle, or do we need to be realistic and reschedule the final or the conclusion of whatever we started to work on. So grounding is also an important part right now of reflecting on our priorities. Let us try to read from the handbook that accompanies the Moonology Manifestation Oracle card so that we can gain more insights regarding reflect on your priorities. Drawing this card suggests it is time to be more grounded and work out what really matters to you. So prioritizing. Now, once you are clear about your priorities, you can start to allot time, energy, and focus to them. Okay. So after the cycle, after going to at least 3/4 of our cycle, somehow you already can make a good gauge on how much time you need to accomplish your goals. So yeah, it's good to reschedule things and refocus everything so that we can again regain our center or our groundedness. Let's continue. If you want to create something solid, it takes a mix of good ideas and practical work. The most important thing to work out now is what is really important to you and whether you are living your life in accordance with that. That means what is important, okay? If not, this card is a nudge to make changes so you can achieve what you want. Okay, so it's time for us to see. Are we really about to accomplish what we have set ourselves to do so? Or do we need to make some adjustments? Now let us try to go to the tarot reading part of this Talking to the Moon series. So for the second portion, which is the tarot reading, let's try to get one card from the Moon Magic Oracle and try to see what kind of message we can receive from this oracle. Okay, so we have here Lover's Moon. Okay, very interesting. Love is in the air. Okay, let's try to see what is the message from Lover's Moon. Okay, number 17. It says here, Lover's Moon, romance, love, relationships. So as you are about to finish this cycle of the moon, for some of you, maybe love is beginning to grow. Okay, so maybe at the start of the cycle you met somebody and now it seems that there is a deepening in your friendship or your romantic relationship, whatever it is. Now let's try to read the handbook that accompanies this card. This is the card of love and romance, Lover's Moon. In general, it is one of the happiest cards in this pack, okay, in the deck. It tells a tale of a more romantic time unfolding in your life, whether that be with a new love or within a long-term relationship. Okay, so as you end this cycle, for some of you, those who are already committed to somebody, there might be right now a deepening in your relationship. Okay, well, as the cycle is finishing, we are attaining a certain degree of maturity. So in a certain sense, yeah, for some of you who are committed already, you are deepening in your long-term relationship. For those of you who have just met somebody new, it seems that at this time you are getting to know each other. Okay, this song, we're getting to know each other a little too well. Okay, so if it is in a spread with taking the moonlight, this would certainly indicate that an exciting new lover is about to come into your life. Okay, so for some of you, it is still about to come and it's going to be an exciting new lover. And however, if it is with the waning gibbous or the last quarter, okay, this is the last quarter. So the other one is if it is just beginning. Now, if it is in the last quarter, fly by night or nightshade cards, this would suggest a relationship ending or a lover best avoided. Okay, so for some of you, you might be closing a certain relationship. Well, you try to see which resonates with you. Well, some of you might be something that is beginning. For some of you, it can be a closing. Okay. For some of you, it can be a deepening of a long-term relationship. Well, you try to see which resonates with you. Whether we are in the last quarter or whatever it is, as long as it is something related to love. Okay. For the most part, though, it is a bright and happy card. Okay, so for many of you, it is a bright and happy card, which means good luck and happiness in your relationships. Okay, so this card somehow, for some of you, it is something that promises something good in your relationships. Now is a safe time for you to open your heart to another. Okay, so this is a time for you to maybe, to share so that you can deepen more your relationship. Maybe for a long-term relationship, maybe to open up, maybe process certain hurts that you might have had in the past, or maybe to open up certain secrets that you might have kept for quite some time. Okay. Now is a safe time for you to open your heart to another, to trust in the power of love and partnership, to be open to new encounters and the possibilities they bring. Lover's Moon is suggestive of a serious, long-term commitment, and as such, a wedding or engagement could be on the cards. Okay, for some of you, there might be a decision to commit in a long-term way. Okay, if not for you personally, then for someone close to you. So it doesn't have to be you. If you are happily single right now, then maybe you are supporting somebody who is about to commit themselves for a long-term period. Take this as a sign that love and romance are in your vicinity. So it doesn't have to be you. It can be people who are close to you. And if you keep your heart open, they will find you. Okay, so for some of you, be open to love. Okay, rest assured that romance will soon be winging you along to the dizziest heights. Okay, so somehow the card is inviting you, be open to possibilities in the area of love and romance. Okay, now let's try to see what can we expect as we end this quarter or this cycle of the moon, as we are entering the last quarter, moon of Aquarius. Let's try to see what we can expect in the next few days. Okay, so in the next few days, what we can expect is, okay, let's see. We have here the death and rebirth. Okay, death card. Death and rebirth. Number 13. Okay, death card. Okay, we have here the death card. And then we have here the magician. Okay, and then finally we have, okay, the Queen of Wands. Beautiful. Okay, so these are the cards that we have here. So first we had the Lover's Moon. And then finally we have here the Death card. So for some of you, a chapter really closed. Okay, so for some of you, maybe a certain relationship just closed. Well, when something closes, a new thing begins. So you see here, death is followed by rebirth. So in a certain sense, for some of you, maybe a relationship has closed or a chapter has closed at this time, but a new one is about to begin. So that can be. So you try to see, is this a relationship or something? Something is just closing right now. Anyway, it's already the last quarter moon, so it's really, something is really going to close at this time. So try to see which part in your life is closing right now and what is beginning to open. If it's about to close right now, then something new will open. Okay, but whatever happens in this transition period, you are the magician. Everything that you need is provided for you. And you are in touch with the cosmos. As you can see him in touch with the water and the cosmos here. So everything that you need, you can harness it from the universe. All you need to do is to ask and you will receive. Now, finally, we have here the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is on fire, somebody who's living the present moment, somebody who enjoys, and somebody who is creating something new. Okay, so yeah, this is a time for rebirth, a time for creating something new. And you see here, the Queen of Wands is also like a magician. When you look at her, it's like she's holding a wand and she is creating something new. And the magician here also seems to be creating something new. So for some of you right now, you are about to create something new, as in an old chapter is beginning to close. So this is something positive, okay, because something new is about to begin in your life. So try to see what is this something new that is about to come. It can be for many of you a new romance. Now let's try to end this one with an advice from the universe through these tarot cards or tarot card deck. The Practical Wisdom Tarot. Okay. So let's get just one. So we have here the Chariot. Okay, so you see, the Chariot is somebody who's about to begin to move forward and to move forward with power. So this is, moving forward, beginning something new. So it seems that majority of you are just closing something and about to begin something new, to create something new. Let's try to read what is the message here in this card. It says here, who's driving your life? Okay, who is in charge of your life right now? Are you allowing the environment to control your life, or are you the one who is driving your life? Okay, make sure you are the one making the decisions, okay, not other people, okay? This is about you and your choices. This is not the time to rely on others. Life can pull you in more than one direction. Now is the time to get back on track. Where are you heading? Plan your course. Okay, so it's very much in touch with our reflect on your priorities. You take a pause right now and try to see, are you still the one who is deciding for your life, or are you already being decided upon by your environment? Okay, so you need to refocus yourself and try to regain control. At the same time, it says here, where are you heading? Plan your course. Okay, so you need to recheck. You know how it is when you are traveling into something new, a new area. Every once in a while, you need to take a pause to check your map and try to see if you're still on the right direction, or to check your GPS if you are still on the right direction. So yeah, I think the spirit of taking a pause and reflecting on your priorities is quite important for you right now, especially for those of you who are creating something new, because a chapter has just closed. Well, that's it for our Talking to the Moon series. I hope you were able to gain some insights and some answers to some questions you might have at this present time. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again, all of you, soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.